Hi, this is Tim from UK Home Gym, your home for UK specific independent tips and advice. And today I'm going to talk to you about 3 exercises I think all home gym owners need to avoid. Okay, the first of these exercises is the Barbell Bench Press. Well, you might say, no, I love the Barbell Bench Press. Big caveat on this. I'm talking about this if you don't have a squat rack or a half squat rack or some kind of squat stand that you can add spotter arms onto. So this is some reconstructed footage of how I used to bench press back before I knew better, and it sort of makes me cringe looking at this. The reason why you do not want to bench press like this is because it's deeply unsafe. So here I'm doing it with lightweight that I know I can handle and so on, but the bench press it's a power exercise. It's an exercise where you are hopefully progressively overloading it every single time you're doing it until you reach a plateau, and you're trying to sort of get past that plateau. You're pushing yourself quite hard on this one, and there's a very high chance of failure. Now, if you are failing without proper safeties, without pins, without spotter arms, or if you've decided to put clips on your barbells and you're pressing like that, there's a very, very big chance that you can get stuck underneath that. And most home gym owners tend to train on their own. There may or may not be anybody around if you start shouting for help. If you were to do this in a commercial gym and get stuck, then maybe somebody could come and help you. But if you get stuck underneath the barbell, with clips on each side that you can't dump the weight off, you can't go down onto the pins, this is a very, very deeply unsafe exercise, and I advise you to stay well away from it. The second exercise on this list is the dumbbell pullover. Now, I quite like the dumbbell pullover. I think it's a great exercise. I just am not sure about it for most home gym owners. Why do I say that? Because most home gym owners don't own a set of, like a rack of dumbbells. They tend to have either an adjustable dumbbell or they have a loadable dumbbell handle. Now, if you've got an adjustable dumbbell, you might think, oh, that's very safe, I've got no problems there, it feels quite sturdy. But remember that a lot of these adjustable dumbbells, particularly the lower budget ones, are made with a lot, and even the higher budget ones, in fact, in many cases, they're made with a lot of plastic parts. And if you're bringing the dumbbell over your head, and one of those little plastic parts fails, and the weight drops on your head, that's not going to be a very pleasant experience, and it might not be one that you come back from. The same with a loadable dumbbell handle. If you've got like a clip on there, it's gravity versus that clip, and hopefully your clips are fine, and the collars that you use on your loadable dumbbell handles are fine. Personally, I don't trust any of my collars that much that I would like to bring the loadable dumbbell over my head. If you happen to have fixed dumbbells, that's fine. I don't think that your grip will give, and I think that you can feel if your grip is giving, and you can take evasive action if that's the case. But if a plate is pushing against the collar and the collar gives, that could come down all of a sudden, and the other side of it comes straight down onto your head while you're passing that over your head. Really quite scary. Okay, and the third exercise I would try and avoid if you are a home gym owner is the cable crunch. It could be the seated cable crunch, or it could be the one where you're sort of kneeling on the ground. Why do I say avoid that? Because in most cases, most home gym owners don't have a cable station. That's quite, it's quite a large it's quite a large footprint that will take up in your home gym. If you do have one of those, please ignore what I'm saying now. What I'm talking about is for people who have, like I do, a DIY cable pulley system where you've basically got a big weight in front of you. Now, you can do the cable crunch with that. In fact, I do use that system for a cable crunch. But I think the most popular kinds of cable crunch that I've seen in most commercial gyms, most people doing is the one where you have your back to the stack. And I think that looks really, really scary, particularly if you have a DIY cable system where the weight isn't sort of housed in anything and it's just swinging around. So anything where the weight is sort of swinging around behind you on a cable, I think you should probably avoid, because when you can't see it, again, you can't take evasive action if something's going wrong. If it's swinging and it's sort of, you can see where it is, you can maybe dodge out the way if it starts giving way or if it starts swinging towards you. But if you've got your back to it, then I think that's a bit dangerous. So let's look at some alternatives to these three exercises. I'm not suggesting that you junk them completely. The first one, the bench press, I wouldn't suggest that you get rid of that. I would suggest that you do get a squat rack. I think that is well worth investing in, or a half rack, or something that has spotter arms that can save you if you get in trouble. If you don't want to do that, you can do the dumbbell variation. The dumbbell bench press is very good. You can do weighted dips. That's very good as well. You can do press-ups, all sorts of press-up variations. You don't have to do the bench press if you don't have the right equipment there. I think that, it's not a must-do exercise. There are all sorts of exercises that will hit the same muscles, particularly the weighted dip, and that's a lot safer in a home gym setting. Instead of the dumbbell pullover, you could, if you want to do pullovers, you could do that with possibly a kettlebell. You could do it with a plate. You could do it with all sorts of things. Just something where you're not relying on some little piece of plastic to not break, or metal to not give way, or some little thread in a spin lock handle to not give way. I think that you can do those. You might find it difficult to progress the weight. You might just have to increase the volume and so on. But if you've got plates up to 25 kilograms or something like that, there's no reason why you can't do pullovers with that kind of weight and get quite a lot out of them. And the alternative for the cable crunch, I would say you can go ahead and do that. You can even do it facing forward if you want to. You can do a standing cable crunch facing forward. You can do a cable crunch where you're nearly on the ground facing forward, but all the time where you can see what's going on with the weight if you're using a DIY cable stack. So what do you think about my suggestions there? Have you got any thoughts? Have you tried any of these exercises at home? Do you think you'll be making any modifications? I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Please let me know in the comments below. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Please remember to check out our website, ukhomegym.com, and I'll see you next time on UK Home Gym.